Hello everyone, welcome to today's lecture. So in today's lecture we will start some practice questions based on area bounded by the curves. We will start with question number 1 and we will discuss till question number 7. The images used in our slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So let's start with question number 1, which says that we have a function, let f be a function defined from -1 to 2, 2 minus minus 1 to 2, 2 0 to infinity, be a continuous function such that fx is equal to f of 1 minus x for all x belongs to -1 to 2. Let r1 is equal to integration of -1 to 2 x of fx dx and r2 be the area of the region bounded by y is equal to fx between x equal to -1 to x equal to 2 and the x-axis. Then which option is correct? Like we have to compare R1 and R2, right? So see, the hint of this question is R1 is given like this. And what will be R2? R2 will be basically integration of fx dx from -1 to 2. Right, and R1 can be written as integration of -1 to 2 x fx dx, right? And R1 can also be written as integration of -1 to 2. See, we know that integration of a to b fx dx is equal to integration of a to b f of a plus b minus x dx. Right. Therefore, R1 can be written as integration of -1 to 2 1 minus x into f1 minus x dx and f1 minus x is equal to fx. So in this way, we will try to convert R1 into R2. Clear, and we will see whether R1 is related to R2 by which relation. Okay. So in this way, you can try to approach this question. You have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part C. As given, R1 is equal to -1 to 2 x fx dx and R2 is equal to integration of -1 to 2 fx dx and f of 1 minus x is equal to fx. Now, R1 can be written as equal to -1 to 2 x fx dx, which is equal to -1 to 2 1 minus x into f1 minus x dx. Therefore, it is equal to -1 to 2 1 minus x into fx dx. So, R1 is basically C. R1 is basically R2 minus R1. R2 minus R1 because -1 to 2 fx dx minus -1 to 2 x fx dx, right? So R1 is equal to R2 minus R1. Therefore, when you will move this R1 on another side, then you will get R2 is equal to 2R1. R2 is equal to 2R1. Clear? So I think option C is the right choice. R2 is equal to 2R1. Got it? Option C is the right choice. Okay. Let's move to the next question. Question number 2, which says, let A1 be the area of parabola y square is equal to 4ax lying between the vertex and latest rectum, and A2 be the uh, A2 be the area between the latest rectum and double ordinate x equal to 2a. Then A1 upon A2 is clear. So you will first form parabola, and area between vertex and latest rectum can be calculated by like integration 2 times integration of 0 to a 0 to a 4 0 to a root over 4ax dx, like that, and it will be equal to a1, and a2 will be equal to integration of a to 2a root over 4ax, and you'll calculate a1 and a2, and you can easily take uh, ratio of a1 and a2, right? So in this way, you try to approach this question. You have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part C. As we have discussed, see, a1 be the area of parabola y square equal to 4x lying between the vertex. See, this part is basically a1 lying between vertex and latest rectum. This is basically a0 and this is 2a0, right? 2a0. then this is A1, this is A2. Therefore, A1 is C. The graph is basically symmetrical about x-axis. Therefore, A1 is basically 2 times 0 to A, 2 times 0 to A, 2 root A root x dx. 2 root A root x dx. That is root, we are basically calculating y. So, y will be root over 4ax, which will be 2 root A root x dx, right? Therefore, after solving, the integration of root x dx will be equal to x to the power 3 by 2. And after putting the limit from 0 to A, you will get A1 as 8a square by 3. Now, you have to calculate A2. A2 is again symmetric, right? So, A2 is basically 2 times A2 to A, 2 root A root x dx, which is equal to 4 root A into 2 by 3 x to the power 3 by 2, because integration of root x dx is basically x to the power 3 by 2, and A to 2A, which is equal to 8a square by 3, 2 root 2 minus 1. 8a square by 3, 2 root 2 minus 1. Therefore, A1 upon A2 is basically 1 by 2 root 2 minus 1, which after rationalizing you will get 2 root 2 plus 1 upon 7 is the right answer. Got it? So, I think option B is the right choice. Option B is the right choice. Okay. Okay, let's move to the next question. Question number 3, which says that the area of a smaller segment cut off from the circle x square plus y square is equal to 9 and x equal to 1 is. So, first you will draw the circle, as the radius of the circle is 3 and center is 0, 0. And you will draw the line x equal to a, x equal to 1, x equal to 1. And you will see the segment cut by these two curves, and you will find the point of intersections and integrate the area between these two, between the point of intersections, right? So in this way you can try to approach this question. You have 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After 10 seconds we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part C. As we have discussed, see, this is the circle and this is the line x equal to 1, x equal to 1, and it is cutting the curve at 2 points. Therefore, required area will be, area is equal to 2 times 1 to 1 to 3, 1 to 3. One area is this, one area is bottom, right? 2 times 1 to 3 root over 9 minus x square dx, right? And you know the integration of this. For integration of this form, you had to remember when we had studied indefinite integrals, right? So you should have remembered this, the formula is this integration, right? Therefore, area will be 2 times 1 by 2 x root over uh, 9 minus x square plus 9 sine inverse x by 3, and limit is from 1 to 3. After putting the limit, you will get 9 pi by 2 minus root 8 minus 9 sine inverse 1 by 3, which is 9 times pi by 2 minus sine inverse 1 by 3 minus root 8, which after solving you will get 9 cos inverse 1 by 3 minus root 8, which will be 9 sec inverse 3 minus root 8 is the right answer. Option B is the right choice. Got it? 9 sec inverse 3 minus root 8, right? 9 sec inverse 3 minus root 8 is the right answer. Got it? Okay. Let's move to the next question. Question number 4, which says the ratio of area bounded by the curves y is equal to cos x and y is equal to cos 2x between x equal to 0, pi by 3 and x axis is. So we have to basically calculate the ratio of area bounded by the curves. Clear? Y equal to x and y equal to cos 2x between x equal to 0 and x equal to pi by 3. So first we will calculate area of y equal to cos x, and after that we will calculate area of y equal to cos 2x, and we can take easily the ratio of these two areas, right? So in this way you try to approach this question. We have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part C. As a1 is basically integration of 0 to pi by 3 cos x dx, right? So integration of cos x dx is basically sin x, and integrating from and taking limit from 0 to pi by 3, you will get a1 as root 3 by 2. Now a2 is integration of 0 to pi by 3 cos 2x dx, and we will get sin 2x upon 2 0 to pi by 3, which after putting the limit we will get root 3 by 4. Therefore a1 is to a2 is basically 2 is to 1. A1 is to a2 is equal to 2 is to 1. Got it? Option D is the right choice. Option D is the right choice. 2 is to 1. Got it? Okay, let's move to the next question. Question number 5, which says, question number 5 says the area bounded by the curve y equal to fx, x-axis, and the line x equal to 1, x equal to 1 and x equal to b is basically root over b square plus 1 minus root 2 for all b greater than 1. Then we have to basically calculate fx. So the hint of this question is, again, since area bounded by curves is given, therefore integration of fx dx from x equal to 1 to b is basically this one, right? Given. So after proper calculation and proper simplification, you can easily get the value of fx, right, in terms of x. Got it? So you try to approach this question after 10 seconds, and we will discuss. You have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay. Okay, let's move to the solution part C. As it is given, integration of 1 to b fx dx is basically root over b square plus 2 minus root 2. Now, on differentiating both sides with respect to b, we get fb fb is equal to 2b upon 2 root b square plus 1. fb is equal to 2b upon 2 root b square plus 1 for all b greater than 1. Therefore, fx will be x upon root over x square plus 1. Got it? Fx will be x upon root over x square plus 1. Right. So option C is the right choice. Option C is the right choice. X upon root over x square plus 1. Got it? Now let's move to the next question. Question number 6, which says that if the ordinate x equal to 8 divides the area bounded by the curves y is equal to 1 plus 8 by x square, x-axis, and the ordinate x equal to 2, 4 into 2 equal parts, then a is equal to. So again, see, the hint of this question is, if ordinate x equal to a, first we will try to draw this curve, and x equal to a divides the area bounded by this curve, clear, into two parts, and x-axis between the two parts, and between the ordinates 2 and 4, clear. Then we have to basically find which a will divide this curve into two parts, right? So you try to approach this question. You have 10 seconds to solve this question. First, you can take any a, right, and you will equate the area by doing the integration, that is from 2 to a, and after that from a to 4, you will easily get the answer. Okay. So you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part C. We have given curve 1 plus 8 upon x square. Now area of region AM and B, we have to calculate, is basically 2 to 4 1 plus 8 by x square dx, which after integrating you will get x minus 8 by x square 2 to 4, which is equal to 4. Now area of ACDM is basically 2 to a 1 plus 8 by x square dx is basically x minus 8 by x, which after putting the limit from 2 to a you will get 2, right? Therefore a will be equal to plus minus 2 root 2, right? A will be equal to plus minus 2 root 2. Got it? A will be equal to plus minus 2 root 2. This implies after solving you will get a as 2 root 2, since a is greater than 0, right? Since a is greater than 0. Got it? Okay, uh, let's move to the next question. I think option B is the right choice in this. Option B is the right choice. Got it? What you will do basically, you will put the limit a to 2. Since this area is 4, then half of the area will be 2, right? And after calculating, you will get the value of 2 a, right? Option B is the right choice. Got it? Now let's move to the next question. Question number 7, which says, let the straight line x equal to b divide the area enclosed by y is equal to 1 minus x whole square, y is equal to 0 and x equal to 0 into two parts, which is R1 when x is between 0 to b, R2 when x is between b to 1, such that R1 minus R2 is equal to 1 by 4, then b is equal to b equals to. So see, R1 can be calculated by integrating this curve between 0 to b, and R2 can be calculated by integrating this curve between b to 1. Therefore, we can easily be calculate R1 minus R2, which is equal to 1 by b, and after which is equal to 1 by 4, and after equating R1 minus R2 is equal to 1 by 4, you can easily get the value of b. Okay, so you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part C. As this is the this is our given curve, and this area is R1, which is basically from 0 to b, 1 minus x whole square dx, right? And this is R2, that is from b to 1, 1 minus x square dx. Now R1 minus R2 is basically integration of 0 to b, 1 minus x whole square dx, minus b to 1, b to 1, 1 minus x whole square dx is equal to 1 by 4. So after integrating this term, you will get 1 by 3 minus. After integrating and putting the limits, right, you will get 1 by 3 minus 2 times 1 minus b whole cube upon 3 is equal to 1 by 4. Therefore, you will get 1 minus b whole cube is equal to 1 by 8, right? Therefore, you will get 1 minus b is equal to 1 by t. So 1 by 2. Therefore, b is equal to 1 by 2, right? B is equal to 1 by 2 is the right choice. Got it? B is equal to 1 by 2. Fine. So I think option B is the right choice. B is equal to 1 by 2. Option B is the right choice. Got it? So in this way, we have discussed different types of questions based on area under the curve. Hope in the next lecture, we will discuss more types of question. Right. Hope you understood the lecture. Hope you understood how to apply the concepts in the question. Right. And hope you liked the lecture. Okay. Thank you so much.